The Jameela Adams Experience is the podcast for women over 40 who are ready to rediscover their strength and purpose. Hosted by Jameela Adams, entrepreneur and best-selling author, each episode offers inspiration, tools, and heartfelt conversations to empower and uplift.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Jameela Adams Experience podcast, where today we're discussing how thinking outside the box can fuel your creativity in business. Hi, I'm your host, Jameela Adams, and if you're a woman and an entrepreneur over 40, then you've come to the right place. So sit back, grab your favorite drink, a tea, a coffee, or bourbon, no judgment, and let's get started. As you know, being in business for yourself has multitudes of challenges and setbacks, and all the messiness in between. When you start your entrepreneurial journey, no one tells you that ideas can be fleeting at times. You have these, what I call thought clouds, floating in your head that seem to be the best thing coming, then boom, they're gone. Now what? Anyway, I'm here to tell you that you're not alone and that your creativity is waiting for you on the other side. You just need to find the steps to meet it. So today, we're going to talk about why playing it safe might keep things running, but it won't help you stand out. How to overcome the business as usual mindset and start embracing innovation. Simple but powerful ways to spark creativity in your business, even when you feel stuck. How constraints can actually fuel your best ideas. And why experimenting, even if it gets messy, is key to business success. Business as usual is boring and it won't help you stand out. Let's be real. Playing it safe might keep things running, but it won't make you unforgettable. In today's business landscape, where everyone and their cousin is selling something on the internet, creativity is your secret sauce. Your bold ideas, fresh takes, and out-of-the-box thinking are what make you, you, and your brand magnetic. But here's the issue. When you're bogged down by routines, deadlines, and the shoulds of business, creativity can take a backseat. Innovation feels like a luxury instead of a necessity, and suddenly you're stuck in a rinse and repeat cycle, wondering why things aren't shifting. Spoiler alert, what got you here won't get you to the next level. As an entrepreneur, I know what it's like to have all these big ideas, but can't seem to put them in motion. So, I can relate to all this. So here's what we have to do. Spark that creative fire. Yes, even in business. Creativity isn't just for artists or a Pinterest-worthy vision board. It's a vital tool for solving problems, making decisions, and standing out. And the good news is you don't have to wait for that big lightning bolt of inspiration. You can create creativity right now. So, number one, ditch we've always done it this way mentality. It's easy to get stuck in a rut doing things the same way because it feels safe and comfortable. But if you're aiming to stand out, you have to break free from this mindset. Start asking yourself, what if and why not? This is where creativity begins. For example, the way I usually think about onboarding clients seems pretty straightforward, but when I actually tried it out and went through the questions myself, just testing it, it turned out it was kind of vague and complex. So I had to switch things up to make the questions more relevant to what the client really needed and how I could help them out. So here's your question. Have you ever found yourself stuck in a routine doing things the same way over and over? What could you do differently today to shake things up? Let me know your thoughts on social media. You can find me at Jameela Adams at your service. So number two, create a space to dream. You can't think big thoughts if your brain is buried in busy work. Honestly, it's like trying to build a skyscraper while stuck in an elevator. No bueno. So set aside some time to brainstorm, journal, brain dump, whatever you do, mind map. It is what it is. If all else fails, just go for a walk and let your thoughts wander. I know I've mentioned this in previous episodes that walking really helps me get my creative juices flowing. Sometimes I take my fur baby Henry, a Belgian Malinois mix, or my husband, and this works for us. Side note, to keep the sanity in our home, we have to go outside. It's a necessity, like having coffee in the morning. Plus, it gives us quality time to catch up and to bounce ideas off each other. However, it does turn into a major gripe session where we air out all of our frustrations. So who knew that walking could double as couples therapy? Quick tip, try this today. Set aside 10 minutes and write down whatever pops into your head. No filters. If you have a pet, take them out for a walk and let your mind wander. Just take the first small action. It works wonders. Number 3, surround yourself with bold thinkers. Get in the room, virtual or real, with people who challenge the status quo. Collaborate, co-create, or listen to how others approach problem solving. One key insight I gained from networking is that some individuals enjoy hearing themselves talk. It is what it is. Conversely, though, there are those individuals who strive to push their limits and tend to listen carefully and question everything. So listening is a must. Asking questions is everything. Being with people who are at the top of their game is golden. Innovation is contagious. Bonus points if those people don't work in the same industry as you. Fresh eyes bring fresh ideas. So remember that you are an expert in your field too. So don't ever undervalue yourself or diminish your contributions. You are a bold thinker. So here's another question for you. Who are the bold thinkers in your life? How have they helped you push your limits? I would love to hear your stories. Share them with me on the socials. And number 4, use constraints as a creative tool. Ironically, limitations can spark some of the most innovative ideas. As an entrepreneur who is the commander-in-chief in her one-woman army, I can relate to having constraints. Tight budget? Yes. Limited team? I am the team. But despite all this, there is an advantage. What it is, though, is something I'm still working on. But seriously, each challenge has forced me to think more creatively and come up with smarter and more impactful solutions, such as revamping my business processes to streamline how I can onboard clients and how I design their websites. There are creative ways to enhance how I work despite the constraints. So, another question for you. How can you leverage a current limitation to fuel creativity in your business? Drop your thoughts below. And finally, number 5, celebrate experimentation even when it's messy. Not every creative idea will stick, and that's okay. Try, tweak, and toss. Progress over perfection wins every day. The key is to build a culture in your business. Yes, even if it's just you. Where trying new things is the norm, not a risk. Quick tip, build a culture of experimentation, even if you are a solopreneur. Make trying new things a regular part of your process and not a risky exception. So here's the tea. The most successful businesses aren't just good, they're different. And that difference comes from brave creative thinking. You don't need to wait for perfection, or I should say the perfect moment, or a magical inspiration. Just start asking better questions, trying new approaches, and believing that your unique perspective is the strategy. Because strategy, it's not fluff. It's your business competitive edge. So, final question and your challenge. What's one area of your business that could use a creative revamp? Share in the comments or tag me on the socials at Jameela Adams at your service. Let's brainstorm together. So with that said, let's close the show with some really good things, because I want you to be inspired, be inspiring, be encouraged, be encouraging. But most of all, I want you to be you, and I'll check you out next week. Take care.